Welcome one and all to our daily taste of the biggest holiday adventures from the team here at CruiseAway. We've got over a quarter of a century's experience in tailoring amazing worldwide cruise and stay getaways.
Yes, we certainly have. And in this show with Derek and Joe, it's time to uncover the bigger, brighter and bolder cruise experiences with Home from Home Holland America line. The cruise line with a musical flair, wonderful service and great memorable itineraries.
Let's do it then. Coming up, we've got 3 epic adventures taking us for an immersive cruise around Japan. We'll explore the Far East on a 27-night Explorer cruise, and we'll begin with the Pearls of the Orient, a 34-night Dreamaway package for next February, starting with a flight over from Sydney to Japan's capital, Tokyo, and we're going to stay here for 2 nights. It just always looks such a fascinating city, Tokyo, doesn't it? I mean, you just know straight away you would just have a fascinating time, you know, seeing all of the wonderful, big new skyscrapers, seeing the light show at night going on, just all the hustle bustle, but then also being able to step back in time all in one city. It's fantastic. Now, this is the first of 2 stays actually, because we have 2 nights in Tokyo, and then we go down to Yokohama, which is the port city for Tokyo. We're going to stay here for 2 nights as well.
We are. It kind of began life as a sleepy fishing village, and it's changed sort of in the 17th century to become a much more important, influential town. And you've got loads of course, incredible temples to visit, and those manicured botanical gardens that beautiful Japan is known for. Are going to be a stunning viewpoint as well. Then it's time for us to cruise on board the wonderful Westerdam, where I spent a contract working at sea. You're going to be on board for 28 nights. Westerdam really will feel like a home from home after, almost a month on board. And that's exactly the kind of cruising that Holland America Line is designed for. It does feel beautifully homely, yet at the same time you get exceptional quality in every experience that you have on board, from dining through to their wonderful shows and their epic talks that they have on board, with the enrichment section of course, which is so important to this cruise line. And then the executive chef has a whole program called Culinary Arts, where you can learn how they make their signature dishes with the party planner and executive chef. It might be chocolate melting cake, it might be a delicious risotto, how to cook the perfect steak, you name it's on board. Now, when it comes to really treating yourself at sea, if you upgrade to the Neptune Lounge suites, you will have a whole different level of cruising, because they actually have the Neptune Lounge on board, which has its own concierge, coffee machine, canapes. You can do all your bookings from up there as well. So this might be something to bear in mind if it is a real special occasion that you're experiencing whilst you're cruising, such as an anniversary, a birthday or whatnot. When it comes to music, Holland America Line are the music cruise line without a shadow of a doubt. They're particularly known for their charter blues cruises, and you've got BB Kings there on board to enjoy some wonderful live music. They actually have the house band, the Neptune Band, that perform around the ship, and you also have a Lincoln stage, so you could be enjoying everything from string quartets through to the live blues, through to a pianist, and then in the theatre every night there's a different show for you to enjoy. Pretty incredible. Now, we're cruising out of Yokohama, and the first port we're going to be heading into on this itinerary is Shimizu, and this is the port for amazing Mount Fuji. Now, you might want to just take a little coach tour that will enable you to see it from afar, or indeed head to the Sunpu Castle Park for some amazing history. Osaka is next, and Osaka is kind of the cultural capital of Japan. Also, they have Universal Studios not too far if you want to complete juxtapose from Japanese culture, but there is the dining and theatre you can enjoy whilst you're there too. Kochi is next, and it's known for its beautiful castle and botanical gardens. They are beautifully manicured at all times of year in Japan, so definitely worth a visit. There's also the Hiromi Market. By the way, you can do a tour with the executive chef on board, taking you to the markets. Fukuoka is next, and this is pretty incredible again for the history history and culture that is awaiting you. The Yanakawa River Cruise is a particular favourite in this port to see some lovely scenes. Then it's Nagasaki for its beautiful 16th century town featuring a samurai village. You can take an excursion there to this Shimbara Castle and Village excursion is what it's called. I'd recommend that to get into the culture of Japan. Then we're into Busan in South Korea, considered the country's summer capital. So there's lots of lovely beaches, which again, even at this time of year, are going to be worth a visit or perhaps a nice walk around the coast. You can also head up to the fish market to see traditional market in full swing. And then we have an overnight on board in amazing Shanghai in China, which we started to see on more itineraries these days, and it is definitely an amazing port. A world of charming tea houses, incredible towers such as the Oriental Pearl Tower to see some lovely views, and you can do that at night as well, of course. Then we're into Hong Kong, and this amazing port which is got the hustle bustle but also the sort of relaxation of some of the parks and amazing temples will completely blow you away. If you've never been there, it's amazing. Puerto Princesa in the Philippines awaits us next. It's known for its amazing sort of series of underground rivers and cenotes, and you're seeing the lovely caves there as well. The subterranean river is what the underground river is called. You take an excursion there. And then we're into Manila. Manila is the capital of the Philippines, known as the Pearl of the Philippines, which is over 7,000 islands in total. So much to see here. Natural beauty, amazing shopping and sightseeing await. Kaohsiung in Taiwan is next, and this is known for being the maritime capital of Taiwan. Also, it's famous for the Love River, which you can take a nice cruise on. The boulevard there, the Formosa Boulevard for great shopping, also is a viewpoint not to be missed. Taipei, Taiwan is next, known for its incredible martyr shrine and the 101, again, great views over the entire city. I always think this is a great way to get acquainted alongside the hop-on, hop-off bus, which will take you all around the city. We're into Ishigaki Island in Japan next, which is a tropical, beautiful island with an amazing coral reef. Again, all times of year, you're going to get that subtropical weather in this port, so you might want to get out on the water and see some of the marine life whilst you're there. We're into Naha next for its iconic Shirichu Castle and lovely beaches as well, as we are in the warmer climate here. The Cape Ayamuru is also wonderful to get some views over the entire area. We're into Osaka next on the itinerary for you, where you can see incredible shrines, but you can also head out and enjoy a sake brewery if that's something you'd like to learn about, or maybe a traditional tea ceremony. Again, this is what Japan is known for. You want to get into the culture here of Japan. Now, we're back into Yokohama, where we've included your transfer back to the airport, and we'll fly you back to Australia after this epic adventure.
Epic. I mean, epic doesn't come close, really, does it? I mean, I was just listening to all of the places, just looking at just how comprehensive this is. Brilliant name for the cruise, by the way, Pearls of the Orient. I mean, because this really is a deep dive into this part of the world, pardon the pun, isn't it? It's incredible. I mean, a really, really lovely way to see this part of Southeast Asia for next February. Now, it's a good job, actually, we're talking about next February, because two things are in play, really. One, we can put a deposit down now to secure the place, which is brilliant. And secondly, we've got enough time to kind of run up to it and actually do a little bit of research into some of the places we're going to. You don't need to do that, of course. All the information's on the ship. The list of excursions, all the information. You can go to live presentations about the ports as well. So there's lots that you can find out while you're on. But our package includes, right, listen to this, the flight from Sydney over to Tokyo for a 2-night hotel stay there, and then another 2-night hotel stay in the nearby port city of Yokohama, and that's where you start your cruise on Holland America Line's Westerdam. 28 nights of cruising, how incredible, in homely style with so much included while you cruise. You end that cruise back in Yokohama, we transfer you back to the airport to then fly back to Sydney. Honestly, just look at this, get ready for this, honestly. If I'd have said to you, guess the price, there is no way this would have been the number, right? Because if you've ever tried to cost up, just for instance, a couple of nights in Tokyo and the flights, just that, how many thousands of dollars rack up just doing that? This has a 28-night cruise as part of it as well. It is ridiculous, and you can book it today with a low deposit. And I would be quick if I was you, because that price will not stay that price for very long. Here is an overview of the offer and indeed your upgrade options as well. I just think that's tremendous. I mean, if you were planning, you know, a way to see so many different parts of the world here in Southeast Asia, this is exactly what you would pick, isn't it? All the destinations are there. I mean, having the overnight in Shanghai as well, it's becoming a big, you know, buzz port right now. There's a lot to see when you're in Shanghai as well. And that's just one small part, one small facet of a big diamond of a holiday that is the Pearls of the Orient. Call us now, 1300 408 764. That's a toll-free telephone line, remember. Call us as quickly as you can, get those deposits in and lock those prices in, because it is amazing value for money. So call us straight away while you can. I can't believe it, honestly, incredible. Right, let's go and explore the Far East now with Holland America Line for November, and this time it's 32 dreamy nights on this package. Flying first from Sydney over to Singapore, your chance to indulge in the city as we enjoy a 3-night hotel stay there this time, which is wonderful. It's nice to have some time in a city like Singapore rather than just sort of laying over in the terminal. As wonderful as the airport and the facilities are there in Singapore, quite nice to get out and breathe the air and, you know, and breathe Singapore itself, because it's such a city of contrast, isn't it?
Oh, it is. There's the unabashed luxury of Orchard Road and these beautiful gardens by the bay, and then there's also the traditional eastern element of Singapore and the bustling markets and the lovely temples. We're back on board the Westerdam, your home from home for 27 nights. Now, you know, Holland America Line are so finely skilled at longer cruising. You know, they have everything on board that you'll need. There's laundries, for example, you know, self-service laundries on every floor. So you can go ahead and just do your own washing, no muss, no fuss. And it just means that it's, you know, when you are considering doing a longer cruise, you don't have to think, oh my, do I have to pack a month's worth of stuff? You know, no, you don't. You don't. And also there's the option of course, sending out your laundry and having it done. Your stateroom steward will, you know, tend to your room twice a day. But if you don't want to have that, if you're on for longer, you don't have to. It's always an option with Holland America Line. Now, their dining is something that really defines them. It's exceptional. For the price point you pay, it's exceptional. I spent almost a decade working on board the ships, and I have to say, people would rave about it. I love the Pinnacle Grill, delicious steaks and lovely sides. You've got canaletto for your Italian dining. You have a nominal extra fee to pay for these options, but your main dining room and your buffets all included, which is wonderful.
And room service, of course.
Yes.
Included, which is very rare, actually.
Yeah, you've got it included. So you can order it all times a day, by the way. There's always a menu, 24 hours of something you can order, which is wonderful. And then all your favourites like pizza, pasta, all of that stuff, available up on the Lido deck whenever you want them. Now, we're cruising out of Singapore and we're heading, first of all, into Bangkok, the bustling Thai capital, for an overnight. Now, you've got to head out and explore by tuk-tuk. It's the way to see it, like the locals do. And Bangkok is also known for its charming night markets. So whilst you're there overnight, I would recommend getting out there and seeing this city, because it really comes to life at night. It's pretty amazing. Next up, we're into Ho Chi Minh, which was once known as Saigon. Now, many of you will want to head to the, you know, learn about the war remnants, no doubt. But there's also this amazing series of city tunnels, the Kuchi tunnels, which are intriguing to learn about. We're into Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia next, the capital of Malaysia's Sabah state in the northern part of Borneo. You know, from beautiful mosques to incredible landscapes and local villages, this part of the world will enchant you, no doubt. Puerto Princesa in the Philippines is next, known for its lush natural beauty. Now, the beaches are stunning in the Philippines, it is no doubt. The marine life is amazing. But if you really want to explore, head to the underground subterranean river. Now, the explorations team are into Manila next on board Holland America Line. The explorations team will talk you through all these destination excursions whilst you're on board, so you can book in advance. But an overnight in the capital of the Philippines will also enable you to get out there in the evening and see what this incredible city is all about by night. Hong Kong is next on the itinerary. Maybe you want to do sort of an overview sightseeing tour by doing the hop-on, hop-off bus, or maybe a minibus tour, which is arranged by the ship. And this, of course, always ensures you get back in the right time for your sailing, which is important. Then it's Hanoi in lovely Vietnam. You know, I think many of you will be here to explore the culture in these ports, and the pagodas in Vietnam are particularly spectacular, such as the One Pillar Pagoda, which you can see. Then Chiang Mai is next for its amazingly imposing citadel, the Imperial Citadel. Hoi An as well, worth a visit. And again, the Thien Mu Pagoda is going to be something you want to take photo after photo of, again, when you're heading home. Sihanouk Phil in Cambodia is next on the list, which is, as you can see from the photos, just so colourful and vibrant. Cambodia is pretty incredible. You don't see it on many itineraries. You've got the High Point Rope Park if you really are a bit of a thrill seeker and you want to see everything that's going on. And then we're into Bangkok for a second overnight. Now, perhaps this time you're going to focus on doing some shopping in the markets. The Chukatuk night market is also, and day market actually at the weekends, is a great one to visit for everything from t-shirts through to carvings and street food. It's brilliant. We're back into Singapore, where we'll transfer you to the airport and we will fly you back to Australia after this epic Asian adventure.
And look at the way that the itinerary is set out as well. It's port, it's day at sea, it's port, it's day at sea. I love that. It's a wonderful pace because there's some pretty nice parties that happen along the way, as well as an evening on Westerdam as well. They do their famous Orange Night as well, don't they, on Holland America Line as well, to celebrate their heritage, which of course is Dutch. So the colour for there is orange. What you wear for that, I have no idea. This shirt would work, I guess. Anyway, listen, and very, very tempting adventure for this November. Your chance to cruise the Far East in style with Holland America. Included is the return flights from Sydney to Singapore for a 3-night hotel stay there before you cruise, and that's 27 nights cruising Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia and more, with 2 overnight stays in Bangkok in Thailand, and then there's another one in Manila in the Philippines as well. Lovely. Deposit today will secure this for you, and again, the price tag, I know I never need to worry about the price tag. I don't even need to look at that price tag to know that it is going to be good, to know that for the comprehensive trip that you are getting and everything that we've included, I know that this is an amazing price tag, because I know from reviews and people I've spoken to over the years who've cruised with Holland America Line, and it really is, it's not a cliche to say that it has that lovely home from home feeling, so you really do want to go back again and again and again. Here's the overview of this offer then, and the balcony upgrade if you want to go for that. It really will be a tremendous holiday as well. They do lovely evening entertainment, live entertainment as well. This is the thing, a lot of people think actually in this modern day that live entertainment is taking second place. Not with Holland America Line, it is everywhere. Plus you have bonus experiences like movie nights as well, either in the movie theatre or up on the deck on the big screen there. You have lovely elegant and formal nights to enjoy while you're on board with Holland America as well. It's just lovely, and people go back, as I say, for many more Holland America Line cruises around the world. We've got them all on our website as well at cruiseaway.com.au, and of course you can call us 7 days a week toll free. 1300 408 764 is the number to dial. Wow. We do love Holland America Line, don't we?
Yeah,
Very
it's the
charming.
best. I love it. And we have a wonderful dreamscape of an offer for you now, which takes you into the heart and soul of amazing Japan, China and Hong Kong over 20 nights for next February. We will start by flying you over to Tokyo from Sydney, and in the nearby port city of Yokohama, you'll enjoy a couple of nights in a hotel. Now, you're still very close to Tokyo. It's only half an hour on the train to get into central Tokyo when you're in Yokohama, but you might just want to enjoy some time around the more relaxing vibes of Yokohama and the charming port city vibe that it also exudes, so that you have the best of both worlds. Now, we are back on board the Westerdam, and this time we're on board for 2 fabulous weeks, 14 nights on board as we head over to Asia and explore everything that has to offer, and whilst you're on board enjoying, of course, the Holland America Line experience. Think of traditional cruising, those polished beams, those striped deck chairs. You know, it's quite tastefully decorated around the ship. You never feel like it's imposing, like there's too many bright lights anywhere. It's just tasteful and elegant and refined. Everywhere you go, not imposing. And you know, the experience is what Holland America Line is all about. The quality of service that you enjoy. You'll be on first name basis, no doubt, with your stateroom stewards, with your servers in the dining room, and they really do make you feel welcome. It's amazing. Now maybe you're enjoying a cocktail at the bar or learning about mixology or wine tasting. Holland America Line are award-winning in their wines, in their delicious food offerings as well. So make sure you test some of those out. When you're up at the buffet too, I mean, they cook fresh steaks and salmon and everything like that for you to order on the buffet. It's no ordinary buffet, that's for sure. It does feel elevated in every way, and certainly you will feel that whilst you're on board Holland America Line.
You love it, and you will get the chance to move around a little bit if you want to as well. Of course, they've got the lovely fitness centre and the spa, and pickleball is a big thing right now. It's the new big sports craze, and actually it's not over the top either. It's not majorly energetic, which is, I think, is great. So let's see whether you can be an expert pickleballer by the end of the cruise. Anyway, we are cruising out of Yokohama in Japan.
Yeah, and we're heading to Shimizu first, of course, which is the point for Mount Fuji. Now, some tours you might want to enjoy here include the Sunup Castle Park with views of Mount Fuji and the Shiroa Sengen Shrine. That's a great one to do, to see a little bit of everything in the area. Then we're into Osaka, where you can head to the Sky Building, which has an amazing Ferris wheel, Universal Studios not too far away, or the Shitanoi Temple, which of course is what Japan is known for, their gardens and their temples for sure. Koshi is next on the list, which offers you beautiful botanical gardens, and being here at this time of year, you will still get to see how beautiful they are in the winter, of course, all year round. It's a special part of this part of the world. Next up, we are into Hiroshima, where you might want to head to the Atomic Bomb Dome and Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum to learn about the history of this port, or perhaps experience a traditional tea ceremony, and this is something you've got to do whilst you're in Japan for sure. Fukuoka is next, with access to lovely beaches, a variety of nature, and the legacy of Kyushu as a whole make it a really wonderful cultural hub in Japan, which kind of offers you a little bit of everything. We are next into Nagasaki, where you can enjoy an excursion with your explorations team, speak to the team on board about picking the best excursion that will suit your needs. Perhaps you're going to head over to the Confucius Temple. Busan is next, and this is a way of allowing you to just get that little toe into South Korea. It's lovely to have this on the itinerary. Known for their cultural village of Gamcheon, and perhaps you want to take an excursion that takes you there and to learn about the history. Shanghai is next, and something that we are seeing more on itineraries these days, which is wonderful. We have an overnight, which I think is important in this port because it is a huge hub of finance, business, economics, research, science, technology, manufacturing. So there's so much on offer, from museums to culture to shopping. Now we're disembarking in Hong Kong, talking of shopping, and you've got 2 nights in a hotel here. So it might be shop until you drop before you head back to Oz that you're going to be focusing on here, or perhaps going to see some shows, exploring the markets, the lovely gardens. You've got the giant Buddha there as well. You know, lots of shrines. It has everything you could imagine. And Disneyland. Then we're going to send you to the airport, fly you back to Australia.
Gosh, I tell you what, these trips are just becoming much bigger, much broader, you know, much wider, aren't they? I mean, you know, there was a time where actually that 20 nights would have broken down into 3 or 4 different cruise itineraries. You know, I mean, this is just phenomenal. I love the amount of travel in this, and I love the amount of new places that you are going to discover as well. You know, again, I don't want to overuse this phrase, but you are taking a deeper dive into the part of the world that you are cruising on this fabulous adventure for February next year. And remember, a deposit today will lock in the price that we've got, and I'm keen to get to that price because it's very, very good. So it's your flight from Sydney over to Tokyo to enjoy a 2-night hotel stay in Yokohama, which is the port city, where you'll join Holland America Line's Westerdam for your wonderful cruise. which is cruising in Japan, including Osaka, Nagasaki, and then you're on to China for an overnight in Shanghai, before then coming off the ship in Hong Kong, staying there for 2 nights in a hotel, and then flying back to Sydney. Here is your price tag. Look at this. This is so good. Honestly, as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, that will be the one that sells out of the door straight away. That will be the one that will instantly, I think once you've looked at the list of destinations and everywhere you're going to, and the price tag comes, you're like, right, this is that opportunity to go and explore this part of the world. We've always wanted to do it, and now that's the magic price point to make it happen. And a low deposit will lock that price, so it will not move $1 if you lock it in today with a deposit. Here's an overview of the offer and the upgrades that you could take advantage of on board Westerdam as well. It's an incredible 2-week cruise. You're going to love it. As Joe was talking you through the cruise experiences, so much included in that experience as well. Yes, I would say it was a little more a slower pace of life on board, but no less fun. Lots of things for you to do, lots of activities, lots of enrichment, lots of parties and special nights of an evening. So you can join in and dive into that as much as you like, but also you can sit back and relax, and there is room and there is space for you to do that with Holland America Line as well. That's the beautiful balance. On those days where you think, actually, I just need a quiet and relaxing day today, it's there for you on Holland America Line. It's not like they're filling their ships full of roller coasters and Ferris wheels and this, that and the other. It is, you just have the greatest time with like-minded company in a really kind of homely feel on board. You are going to love it. You'll have to lock this in quickly though, I have to say. And prices like this are some of the many reasons that we are absolutely the #1 when it comes to booking a cruise in Australia.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Oh my word, I can't believe we're at the end of another show. Thank you again for your company. Half an hour goes so quickly, Joe, doesn't it?
It whizzes by when we've got so many amazing offers to tell you about. And of course, cruising brings the world closer to Oz than ever before.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way of exploring these far-flung destinations that maybe have only ever been a distant dream. And of course, booking early is booking smart when it comes to the travel industry these days. You've got to lock in your deals. Of course, with that deposit, it just makes it easy. And then you've got something on the calendar, that dream trip, right? Make it happen. Seize the moment. And of course, whether it's Asia or Europe or both or Africa, all three of them.
All of the above.
Yeah, exactly. Cruising gives you a little taster of each destination. You've got the safety net of that beautiful cruise vessel to come back to every night after exploring these destinations. I can't think of a better way of exploring the world.
It's amazing. And you know now, just to add something else into the mix, we're booking well into 2027 right now. So if you want to go and have a look at some ideas for holidays a couple of years away,
please.
Get them locked in right now and you know they're happening. It's a brilliant thing to do, it really is. Talking about holidays, I mean, we are the luckiest people in the world. And actually, we are so lucky to have your company as well. So thank you for that. Come and join us again, either later today or tomorrow. We're here every day with fabulous CruiseAway shows. So come back and see Joe and myself again very soon. Take care.
Ciao for now.